doing 3 videos in one because I've been feeling under the weather. We have some making up to do. So I'll go ahead and change the title on some other times so that when you're looking back you can find it. But this title would be the elements for the forward change steps, the lead breakdown, and the follow breakdown. So I'm going to do all 3 parts. First of all, your elements. They're different for the lead and follow. So if you are a lead, your element is going to be your forward steps and your side steps, okay? You will have one back step, but that's just really getting back into the box. It's resetting, not necessarily part of the pattern itself. And as a follow, you have the opposite. You have back steps and side steps. Again, at the end, you will go back into your box with a forward step, but again, that's not necessarily part of the change steps, okay? For practice today, we are going to do 3 change steps and then go back into our box, okay? So let's go ahead and break down the lead. Here we go. All right, I'm going to turn around, and hopefully my left and right are the same. I know I've got the reverse on today, but hopefully it works. So shake that left foot. Go over our box. Our box is forward, side, close, back, side, close. Notice you're alternating your feet. You never use one foot twice in a row. We're going to keep that same thing going, okay? What we're going to do is take our left foot forward, side, and close our feet. Now, your right foot is free. Instead of going backwards, you're going to go forward again, side, and close the feet. Okay? So, again, we do half of the box, meaning 1, 2, 3. Now, instead of going back and side, we're going to go forward and side. And then we're going to do it again. Forward, now with the left foot, side, and close. Right? Technically, that was 3, okay? Because the first half of the box is 1 change step. Forward, side, close is 1. We're going to do another one. Side, close. That's number 2. After the third one, we're going to go ahead for today's practice sake and go back into your box. Okay? As a lead, you're going to use your forward change steps in the beginning to travel down the floor. And you can do as many as you want, as long as they are an odd amount, okay? Because you're going to, in the beginning, you're going to want to get back into the box the way it feels most familiar to you and your follow, which is back on the right foot, okay, side and close, okay? So I could do 1 and go back right away, and then I'm just doing a box, or I could do 3, or I could do 5, or I could do 7. Is that making sense? As many as I want to do, as long as I come out of it with my right foot free going back. Okay? So if I go forward on my right foot, side, and close my feet, my left foot is free. I'm not going to go back in my box on my left foot because that's not how we learned it. That's not normal. Okay? It'll be a little bit confusing in the beginning. So you'll do another one going forward, and then you'll go back on your right foot. Okay? So you have to kind of gauge where you're at on the floor and know, say you've got your left foot free, and you only have a little bit space left. Well, you better be ready to get back into your box then right now, because you don't have room to do another one. Okay? So then we go back. Okay? Or say you have a little bit of room in front of you, so you do have room to do 1 more, but look, we have to have room to do 2 more, right? To get our right foot free. So then we can go back. Okay? So let's look at that one last time here, just as far as left and right and where we're going. We're going forward on the left, side with the right, close the left. Forward on the right, side with the left, close the right. Forward on the left, side with the right, close the left, and then back on the right, side with the left, and close the right. Your timing is following the six beats of your basic, okay? So, or you can say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whichever works for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? If you use a little suggestion, if you do use the 1 through 6, it will help remind you that anytime you say count 4, that's when you can go back. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Yes, that is right. I had to test that theory. So if you are counting to 6, which if you're a lead, I really recommend doing that from the beginning. It's going to help establish your phrasing with the music. And in this instance, it's also going to help you know when to go back into the box on count 4. Let's go over the footwork. It is the same as your box footwork, okay? So we're stepping heel, toe, dragging the toe. When we step forward, we're gonna step heel again, side with the toe, drag the toe. We're gonna keep that going. Every time you go forward, it's a heel, toe, dragging the toe. Then when you're going back into the box, right, it's toe, 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 all toes, okay? So going forward, follow me, left foot free. We've got heel, toe, toe, heel, toe, toe, heel, toe, 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 toe. Yes. Also a little pro tip, you have to be confident with your weight changes. If you have any hesitation whatsoever, your follower will feel that, they will hesitate as well, and then you're gonna feel like you're doing something wrong. Not necessarily doing anything wrong, you're just not doing it with clear confidence, okay, and clear weight changes. So the more you practice on your own, the better these are gonna be, because you don't have somebody pulling your weight, and you are deciding where and when those weight changes are happening, and you can establish your strength as an individual, and then put it with somebody else and keep that strength, okay, without practicing with somebody pulling you off, and then you're never getting or developing your strength. All right, let's move around to the follow now. So for follows, we're gonna shake our right foot and start with that, okay? And I'm gonna start backwards, but I'm gonna be traveling towards you guys, right? Because we're going backwards. So to review our box, it's back on the right foot, side with the left, close, forward on the left foot, side with the right, and close with the left. Now, how will we know that they are doing the forward change steps? We won't until we're actually doing them. Their poise, and I've talked about this before, will give you an inclination, but it's very subtle. And right now, you don't need to worry about that too much. As long as you're following them after, you're right, you're not anticipating, you'll know where to go. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, so right foot free for my follows, okay? You're gonna step back, side to the left, close your feet. Now instead of going forward into your box, you're gonna feel your lead keep coming at you. So you gotta get out of their way, step back, side, and close. They're gonna keep driving at you, so that tells you I gotta get out of my way, or their way. Back, side, close. For today's practice, we're just gonna do 3 of them, and then close it up with our left foot forward. Side, close, okay? So again, 3 traveling back. Here's 1, starting on your right foot. 2 is starting with the left foot. And your third one, back to the right foot. And now we end it by coming forward on the left foot, back into our box. Okay? Our timing, again, is the same just like in the box. We can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or we can count 1 through 6. Either one is fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, if you're practicing on your own, I do recommend using 1 through 6 because it requires less memorization of how many did I just do? Am I ready to go out? So if you pay attention to the count 4, okay, you're gonna come out on the second 4. So we start 1, 2, 3. There's your first 4, 5, 6. Now you're listening for the next 4, which is right here, and you're going to come out, which means you're going forward into your box. 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll look at that one more time here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Little pro tip. Not that we're trying to as follows, but we tend to pull on our leads a little bit, especially when we're first learning, because we don't want to be heavy, right? So we want to be a really good follower. So actually what that ends up doing is we end up like leading with our head back, right? Like this. And now we're kind of falling with style. Our head weight is carrying us through and our legs are playing catch up, which is going to be the same for your lead. Your lead's not getting to decide which direction they're going, they're just kind of following you, and that's why it starts to feel kind of like a fight, because maybe they want to stop going that way, and they have all this momentum going forward that they have to readjust to get going back the way they want to go. So make sure that even though we have our head stretched in that pretty look, that we're not letting our head get past our feet. okay, that you're actually leaning forward a little bit, resisting your lead, okay, and they feel like they're pushing you onto your own foot, okay? You are moving yourself, but it's because they're coming at you that you go onto the foot. You're not trying to get out of the way with your whole body, okay? Just the legs. Let's go over the footwork. So your footwork for the follows are gonna be a lot of toes because we're going backwards a lot, okay? So keep thinking toes for me all the way until we come out of it. So we start with the right foot. This is a toe, toe, toe. Left foot, toe, side toe, drag the toe. Right foot, toe, left foot, toe, drag the toe. And now when you're coming forward, this will be your heel, okay? Heel with the left foot when you come out of it. So we have heel, toe, toe. Okay, again, we'll put our frames up this time. Make sure your elbows are equal and slightly in front of you. They're not behind you, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. The one last thing I do want to talk about, and it directly relates to our footwork. When you practice your back walks, the elements of this, you do want to make sure that you're lifting your front toe, the foot that you're leaving, okay? Get that toe out of the way. It helps your posture and your poise and everything that you're going to need later on in your dancing. Okay, if you leave your toe down, you're going to start developing weird posture and hips out of stack, right? So now my shoulders are way back here, my hips are here, and my foot is there. So nothing's stacked. We want to be able to keep our stack, and pulling that toe up and almost sucking the leg underneath us like so helps keep that, okay? So if that's completely new for you, just do some back walks. Walk to your bedroom, going backwards, make sure it's clear and you're not gonna fall or anything, but practice peeling those toes up and getting them out of the way. Trusting your heels, maybe walking your heels a little bit, that they're gonna hold your weight, okay? Rolling off that foot instead of doing this, okay? Your lead will feel more confident to take nice bigger steps because they won't feel that your foot's in the way and that you're gonna step on it, all right? Hi to everybody, goodbye to everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with Mike at around 3, depending how life is going on at the house, to demonstrate this together, okay? As always, leave comments or questions down in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. All right, but thanks for being here. Love sharing my passion with y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.